Hello everybody, this is Valerie with Old Alley Quilt Shop. This is block 7, Jersey Girl of Moda Stitch Pink. So we got the cutting done, or at least part of the cutting done. To do a Dresden block, sorry, I gotta move some stuff in here. You use this template, so I copied it, cut it out. And I would have used cardstock, but I couldn't find any. I also dabbled a little glue. It's just a glue stick. It's water soluble. It'll wash out, but won't hurt anything. And I put it on the back side of my pieces here. And I aligned the top so I would not have to cut the And then I just line up my ruler on the edge there. Easy peasy. Now the bottom edge of this, it kind of concaves in. I did not worry about that because we're putting the circle around it. So the finished edge doesn't matter. Okay. And I have done almost all of these. I left a couple to show you. I have never done a Dresden plate or a Dresden block before, so after last night's block, I thought I should try it out first. Make all my errors on my own. Without a studio audience or non-studio audience. I hope my imaginary friends find me as amusing as I do. Okay, so I am done with that. Then you need to iron these in half, the lengthwise. So now that they're ironed, we'll take it over to the machine here. And you want to sew straight across the top. Now I always put the fold in first. That way if there's anything that needs to move, it moves outwards. Instead of giving you a pucker. It probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to backstitch on all those. Sorry. We'll learn. So then you take it and you flip it inside out. And I have this little stick for stuffing that I keep. So then I can push the edge up. And the same thing here. I don't know if it'll fit over here, but we'll try. So then try to make them conform. The back side should be nice and flat across. Not all goofy. And to help keep them in place, spraying a little of this. I'm telling you, flatter's my favorite. Alrighty. Put my iron back out of the way. So it had you, the instructions, sorry, it has you sew these in quadrants of, I believe there's 5 apiece, yeah. So I had already done that except for this last one. And you want to start them at the top, put your edges together nicely. And you want to take a couple stitches and then back stitch at the top and the bottom so that they don't separate. And I press these towards the dark pink because that's the one that has 10 of them. So I would try to be consistent. I think pressing them one way or another, you know, the one that gets the seams underneath it has a little bit of poof to it. So then I can put the rest of this together. There's it. It's going to be a pretty flower. I always find them very pretty. I just had not had the opportunity to make them yet. So that is not the case. I have had the opportunity. Because there's so much weight on this block already. I don't want them moving around. I'm going to put a couple pins in here. There's so many pieces attached. I don't want it to shift. So then it's the last stitch. Again, there's a lot of weight here. It doesn't all fit on the bed of my sewing machine. So a couple pins will help. So I just need to iron those seams and I have this beautiful flower. right side here. And this will go on that block. Okay, we need to prepare the circle. You can do this a lot of different ways. You can do the flip and sew. You can use your favorite adhesive, however you want to do it. I am going to take this over to my iron quickly and iron this around. This is the flip and sew method. I used, again, glue on my thing here. And I'm going to iron them and then probably glue them down before I set them on here. So I'll be right back. Okay, I ironed this. So I got the circular shape here. And then I'm just going to take this glue stick. Again, this will wash out. I'm just going to add a little glue to the inside here. And then I'm going to push my edges down. This way when we do our little blanket stitch around the edge, they stay in place. So that will go in the middle of my flower, just like that. Almost looks too big. Okay. I actually think I might one more time go around and iron this just to make it a little bit smaller than it is. Help secure the edges. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I have mine centered in my block. I pinned my center in there. I took my flower, this had a dotted line around the outside, which I had done originally. I brought it down to the solid line, so I think it looks better. I think it's a preference. I've now set up my machine to do some blanket stitching to go around it. There we go. So this is the blanket stitch. You just use the needle on the outside of your applique here. And then the stitch comes in, if you can. Oops. Sorry. These things look a lot easier than they are to use. So if you notice, so my straight stitches along the outside, and then it's got all these evenly spaced stitches here. And I'm just following, again, then along the outside. I'll take my pins out as I go around. Goes fast or as slow as you feel comfortable. The slower you go, the easier it is. Oops. Might be a little too far zoomed in. I purposely have a contrasting color. You can, that's personal preference. So there's the flower, the center of the flower. So then if you just pin the outside, I would pin each petal in place. Ouch. Not your finger. Just so it doesn't get all wonky as you're going around. Your edges are already all nicely finished off there. So this is just to keep it on the black. It would almost be fun to have a couple more down, smaller ones on the next level and not pin those down. Alrighty, might have to try that sometime. Okay, you can start anywhere. I think I'm going to start here by the, I'm actually going to get it to start on the outside. I'm going to start at this point. And then just keep turning the corner, going to the next one. And this is probably a time-consuming process, so I'm going to pause this, and I'll be back with a completed flower. See you soon.
We enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American
Okay, I think my
Family
battery's
Insurance.
going to go
It gives us
dead.
discounts for safe driving.
Get the TV, that loud noise off. I believe my battery's going to go dead, so I just wanted to kind of show you how this is. Okay, it hasn't died yet. I just got out of it somehow. But anyway, here's my finished flower. Dresden block. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day.